Hey guys, how's it going? So a couple months ago, I went down to South Carolina to spend time at the Palmetto State Armory facilities. And as soon as I got back, I was able to break some important news that they're getting very close to making steel-cased ammo. If you haven't yet seen that video, check the description. I'm going to leave a link to that. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And check out my locals community. I'm going to leave a link to that in the pinned comment. Censorship-free site where I post tons of additional content, including cool stuff that we're not going to show in this video here. So with that said, I had talked about the fact that they're getting ready very soon. In that previous video, we're talking like within weeks now, hopefully shortly around the New Year time period, going to be making steel-cased ammo in some much needed calibers. Not to rehash that video, but I'll go through it real quick here. The first order of agenda, 7.62 by 39. Awesome. I love the AK SKS. Literally can't wait. Followed by 5.45 by 39, which is very important. That stuff's almost dried up due to the Russian sanctions by the current former vice president. You can't find that ammo anywhere. Then 7.62 by 54R, which is awesome. Once they get those out of the way with the steel case, we should be looking for 6.5 Grendel in the brass case. Alright, so I did that video. I got hundreds of comments, and you guys had questions. And that's what I'm here for, to try to give you guys education and give you some good news. This is a good news video. Lots of bad news going on with ammo stuff right now, but this is a positive video, so we're happy right now. At least I am. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like this. So, good questions from you guys, right? So, what did I do? I went back to PSA, and look, we're saying PSA will be making steel-cased ammo. It might be through AAC. They may brand it as something differently, but you guys know what I'm saying. This is a sister companies with each other. They're all in Columbia, South Carolina. Most of us know them as PSA. So I went to my friend Josiah. He's one of the two brothers that co-founded this company out of a garage 15 years ago. So thank you so much, Josiah, and thanks so much to all the good people who work at AAC for providing this information. And this is like a huge company, guys. Like, trust me, I've done tours of all of their facilities. In my opinion, probably making more stuff that you guys buy than probably almost anybody, if not anybody in the whole country. But they're different than most companies, and they actually care about you, and they care about the Second Amendment, and they're willing to pass on this information to a little channel like myself because they know my viewers are awesome, and that's just kind of cool that I have access to these guys and that you guys do, because these are your questions, not mine. So here's the questions I had asked them from the comment section. I kind of grouped them together, and here's some answers. So this is an update on the soon-to-be steel-cased ammo from PSA. First question I asked was, is AAC currently making its own primers? This is huge. We're looking at worldwide shortages, possibly. Hopefully not, but that's being reported like more frequently now than ever. Primers are always a big deal. Are they making them themselves? So many of you guys wanted to know that. And the second part to the question was, will the steel-cased ammo use in-house primers? My answer was, the answer I received was, AAC is making its own primers. Yes. That means they're in control of their own destiny there, which is awesome. I knew that, by the way, guys, because I've been boots on the ground down there. I just need to make sure that I'm going through the proper channels and putting out information that they're ready to release. And yes, the steel case will be using in-house AAC primers. I know a lot of you guys wanted to know that, and I think that's pretty good news, isn't it? Well, the steel-cased ammo calibers that have been announced use Berdan or Boxer primers. For those of you that are kind of new, there's two main types of primers out there for centerfire. Berdan, think Russian, think Comblock, think like this Tula ammo here. Uses a Berdan primer, you can see right there, okay? Not a primer that a lot of people here are familiar with. It's hard for people to deal with if they're trying to change them out, whatever. So that was an important question. And the answer was Boxer primers. So the steel-cased ammo will have a Boxer primer. This next one's huge, and I was kind of on the edge of my seat here. Not because it affects me, because I usually shoot outdoors, but so many of you guys shoot at indoor ranges. And so many of you have been told, you can't shoot your Wolf, you can't shoot your Tula. People have misnomers like, it's steel core. There is some X39 steel core out there, but it hasn't been able to be imported for years. But usually what people mean is a steel bimetal jacket. Some people say that it can start range fires, which I'm sure it possibly could, or that it does damage to the backstops of indoor ranges, and for that reason, you generally can't use it. So the next question was, will the steel-cased ammo bullets have a bimetal steel jacket or a range-friendly, in quotes, copper jacket? And the answer was copper jacket. I told you there's lots of good news in this. Like, this is all really good information. Copper jacket. Now, most of your Tula and Wolf ammo and stuff like that, like, here's some old... Let me grab some of this real quick just to give you guys an example. Most of the old Comblock stuff, and even a lot of current stuff, has a steel case. This is Romanian ammo. So our magnet attracts here to the steel case. But see that? It looks copper. The jacket of the actual bullet. No, it's actually a bimetal steel with just a light copper wash, which is also attracting a magnet. 99% of the time, this is a no-go on your indoor range. They're not going to be using bimetal or steel jackets on this. We're just calling it PSA AAC ammo right now. We'll wait to see what the final name of it is. I hope it's Soviet ammo or Soviet arms ammo would be a good name. This is going to have copper jacket. Much like, well, here's just a modern 9mm round. See? No magnet attracts whatsoever. You might be familiar with this. This was kind of a newer offering before it got banned. This is the range-friendly Tula ammo. We'll come here. Steel cased. The PSA stuff's going to be steel cased. Magnet here on the case. Magnet does not attract, does not stick. See, it's sucking it up to the case there, but it does not stick to the actual projectile here, so pretty good news. This will be range-friendly ammo. Hopefully your indoor ranges will let you use it. Because some people say, hey, the only reason they don't want you to use steel-cased ammo is because they want to keep the brass, either to reload it or recycle it. Hey, it's going to vary. Some people, that might be their motivation for profit. It might be because it's going to damage their backstop. It could be because it could spark, right, when it hits the backstop in the indoor range and start a fire. And I know that can happen. Depends how clean they keep it. There's a million variables. You guys can sound off down in the comments. But if those are their two reasons and they're not worried about hoarding your brass, which you can chime in down there if you think your range is doing that. Many good ranges out there. Probably some ranges that aren't so good. It's a big country. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But they should let you use this AAC ammo in most of your indoor ranges, in my opinion, since it will be range friendly. The next question I asked was, does AAC PSA have the production capacity to make enough of the steel-cased calibers that people will actually be able to buy them? And then I put in parentheses, yes, this has been a popular question, LOL. And that is what a lot of you guys said. They're like, sure. But are they going to make enough where anyone can get any? And the answer was, crank out as much as we can. And I believe them in that. You know, I've toured the AAC facility, watched everything made from the ground up. These guys have a state-of-the-art. And when I say state-of-the-art, it's even like more modern than that production facility. The steel case is going to be a little bit separate and different than their brass, but this is a company that when they get into something, they get into it big time. And look, when AAC ammo first came out, all the brass case stuff, it was hard to get for a little bit. But I think once the initial influx of demand settles down a little bit, I don't know if there's demand. Let me know down in the comments if there's demand, if you guys need some steel-cased ammo. But the more demand there is, it might take them a little longer to level off. But when they say crank out as much as they can, I can tell you from hands-on experience, literally being there, in other words, they can crank out tons of ammo. And when I say tons, I'm probably exaggerating. It's actually like many, many tons of ammo. So I think we'll be looking good. Might be a little hard to get in the beginning. Let's just be honest. That's kind of how any new product is. But that's their goal, as much as they can. Now here's a big one. This is huge. I told you guys this is a positive video. Does AAC primarily sell and intend to sell ammo to USA civilians, or is the goal to sell to US government contracts or to foreign countries such as Ukraine? Federal ammo sent 1 million rounds a year to Ukraine for a long time, right when we were in the midst of severe ammo shortages here. Many U.S. ammo companies have always prioritized law enforcement, military, including other countries' militaries. I'm not going to talk about foreign policy here, but my big thing is, man, it'd be nice if somebody could take care of us, like actual just American civilians, right? So here was their answer. Civilian use. Yes. Several military suppliers contacted us and we turned them down. So there you go. Number 6, will you consider making other calibers of steel cased after the initial calibers are up and running? Suggestions from viewers: 7.62 by 25, 9 by 18, that's your Makarov round, 9 by 39, and 223 or 5.56, and that's for the 5.56 AK guys, because ARs, ooh, would you dare put steel cased in your AR? I'm feeling kind of spicy to ask that question tonight, so sound off in the comments on that. And then their answer was, looking into other calibers, but focusing on the core right now. And in this order: 7.62 by 39, 5.45 by 39, 7.62 by 54R, and then they're going to venture into the 6.5 Grendel and brass after that. We should be seeing this stuff pretty darn soon, and I can't wait to get on for more updates. Now, depending when you watch this, it's going to be tonight after you see this video, or if you're watching this later on, check my live tab. I'm going to be talking about ammo on my live stream tonight here on YouTube, 9:30 every Friday night Eastern time. And I'm going to go into a little more of this, but here's a real quick drive-by. When I say AAC makes their own ammo, yes, they literally make from the ground up. It was revealed here that they are making their own primers, and they will also be using those in-house primers for the steel case. Here's some 5.56 cases in various different stages. Okay, so I took a couple samples back from the factory with me to give you guys a little inside scoop. So they make from a brass cup. So when we say make, we mean like literally making from raw materials, melting lead from big ingots, bringing in copper, sheets of copper. Here's a jacketed 9mm projectile, literally made like I watched the pot where they're melting the lead, right? And then extruding it into wire, into long, like, you know, lead wire, and then coming through and jacketing it with big sheet stock of the copper jacket. So, yes, when we say make, they're going to make all of it from start to finish. They're in-house, which means they're in control of their own destiny, and they're willing to make it, as much of it as they possibly can. Crank it out as much as they possibly can. Alright guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. There's going to be some doom and gloom with ammo, I think, on the horizon here. I've talked about it on this channel. If you're new here, go back and watch my previous videos. But this is good news, and it's good to have an excellent company like this in the United States that actually cares about what they do, cares about you, and is really, really excited to try to get all this information out to you guys. They were real excited to share this with me, as well as to get this ammo going, because like we need it pretty bad. Also, make sure you check out Blackout Coffee. Links down in the description. This is the Winter Wonderland blend. It's awesome. I have an excellent coupon code. And also, if you use my link before you do your purchases of Blackout Coffee, or if you want to try it out here, which is really, really good, I promise you guys, that link does help the channel and helps you guys be my sponsors. Alright, thanks for watching, and have a good one.